What's happening, financial coaches? It's Pete here. How's it going? I want to talk to you today about charging family. So, I got a question, and there was a little bit of nuance in it that I want to make sure that I distinguish for you. There was a circumstance or a situation that was described, and then the question was posed: should I charge family, and what should I charge them? Now, I am going to say this: I don't think you should charge family, and it's probably going to depend on a few things. If it's immediate family, like your parents, your siblings, those types of things, I think there are times when you are in an industry and there are people that you just want to help out, and I think that is totally fine to help them out. Now, if you start getting more removed from your immediate family, your cousins are calling you, your aunts and uncles, whatever, second cousins, twice removed, and they want to talk to you about finances. In those cases, I still have never charged anyone. Now, I would say the next thing to think about is what kind of interaction are you having when you're talking about those finances? Are they setting up a time with you and saying, hey, let's talk from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock? And, don't you do this for a living? Do you have an agreement? Those types of things. What do you charge? Obviously, they are kind of going down the path of getting charged for it. So I'm totally open to that. And if they're kind of going down that formal route, then certainly set it up and run with it and call them a client and keep things confidential and, do your best with them. What I would say here is the difference is the question that came up to me was a situation where, hey, my sister calls me a lot with financial questions. She'll call me out of the blue for a couple minutes, and it's probably happened 4 times over the last couple months. And what should I do about it? Should I charge? Should I tell her that I'm charging? Those types of things. And I thought, well, no, not in that case. It's something where you have an expertise. They're probably asking you some quick questions. If I called my friend, I have a buddy of mine who is in the home building industry, and I had a question about a jump box and a chandelier light and things like that. There was nothing about making that call to him that I thought I would get charged, right? So I think one of the things that people might be struggling with is the idea that anytime people tap you for answers in the financial realm, that somehow means that they should be billed for it. And that's certainly not true. In fact, a lot of people have passions and careers and businesses around certain things, and they are dispensing free advice. And one of the things I've talked about, whether you're creating videos here or podcasting or writing blog posts or whatever it might be, you are probably trying to put a ton of free information out there. And I think that's great. And that is part of interacting with people, because you can't just be silent and say, hey, if you want to unlock the genie, you got to throw some money this way. So that's my whole point with it. So obviously, you will have to kind of judge each situation independently. But I think in most cases, if unless they are explicitly saying, hey, let's have a professional relationship here, I'd like to work with you over a certain period of time, that can absolutely happen. And some people want to do it. When I talk to my friend Neil on the channel here, he is working with people in his family, in his natural market, his friends, those types of things. So absolutely, it can totally happen. But just because people ask you financial questions does not necessarily mean that you have to zap towards a space where you are going to start charging them or have a professional type relationship. So that's just my thought on charging family. I'll talk to you later.